everybody, welcome back to my channel, and I am doing awesome. I just want to know how you guys are doing on this lovely day, this beautiful day. The sun is shining, and I just want to know how you guys are doing today. Let me know in the comments box, how are y'all really doing today? Because I am doing excellent. I feel good. I'm getting these videos out for y'all. I'm feeling lovely. My depression not kicking my soul. So I am feeling so lovely. Oh my God. So you know we get out here and talk about situations, and I want to talk about my situation. If you have not checked out my kids' ADHD video and the sensory toys, go check out my baby's video, okay? Go check it out. Leave this video and go check out my baby's video, because you gonna love it. If you have not seen it, go see it. The link will be in the above, okay, y'all? So in my previous video, I did explain to y'all that I have ADHD, and how do I feel about that? I don't know. Let me explain. Hold on. Let me explain. I'm finna explain to y'all what really happened, okay? I'm finna get to the nitty gritty, okay? So, when I was younger, when I was a little kid like my kids are now, I was diagnosed with a learning disability. What? Yes, y'all, a learning disability. I was struggling, and reading was really my main weakness. So I struggled with the learning disability, and so I even asked my mom about when I was younger, like, so I had a learning disability. Did you ever think that I had ADHD or ADD or whatever? So she said she didn't really think that I had it. My brother had ADHD, so I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe because I wasn't hyper with mine. So let me explain, y'all. So I was diagnosed with a learning disability when I was younger. I think I was in either first grade or second. I don't know for sure. But I had an IEP, okay? Specifically on reading. I was good in math. So fast forward to now, as me being an adult, I suffer with depression. So I went to my doctor and told her the things that I was struggling with. And I was struggling really bad with anxiety and stuff like that. I have depression, anxiety too. And I have an unspecific mood disorder. So she asked me, like, okay, so you had a learning disability. I told her, like, I have a learning disability. Let me test you and see, because I was having some really bad, like, I would daydream, and while I was doing stuff, and I would forget what the hell I was doing. Like, I would go upstairs and be like, damn, what the hell I was doing? What the hell? I'm like, damn, I know I came up these stairs to do something. So what the fuck was I coming up these stairs to do? I could never remember shit. And I'm like, what the hell? So when I told her that, and she was like, oh, and you got a learning disability, let's get you tested for ADHD. And I'm like, okay, you think I got that? Do you really think I have that? She was like, you might, because you have a learning disability. That all coincides. It's really a thin line between all of that. A mood disorder, ADHD, learning disability. She said it's a thin line because sometimes stuff can overlap each other and all that stuff, right? So I go and get a test. So I seen this lady, and the first thing she do is she tell me that she want me to get my IEP from grade school. So I did that, and then she told me some history. I told her a history about my family and stuff like that. So the next appointment, I had to do this one test that you have to click this button, right? You have to click this button, and it tests how fast you can click it and how many times you mistakenly click it for the other circle on top. Because it's like 4 circles, whatever. It's like circles on top, right? So then she was like, okay, I'm gonna talk to you next. It was like 3 sessions. So the last session, she told me, she was like, I don't believe you have the hypertension part. I believe you have diagnosed me with ADHD. Like, now I'm feeling some type of way because all this time that I was in school, I had this stuff, and I could have took medicine back then to help with my learning disability. Maybe I won't be so far behind this reading or on this other subjects, and maybe I could have been, you know, doing stuff like average people, like they could read at 12th grade or higher than that and all this stuff. So I struggle with reading. Yes, I still struggle with reading, but I'm not gonna say I'm like that when I was in school. I definitely was not like that. But the thing is that I'm trying to say is that I feel some type of way about it. Like, all this time, and in one of my APs, they questioned me having lack of focus. So I'm like, wow. So all this time I struggled in school, and it was all I had to do with being attention deficit. Like, I really did feel some way, guys. Like, I got into this really bad, deep, dark depression. And the video that I came back with when I said how I'm doing depression, depression is getting the best of me. That was my time I got diagnosed with ADHD as of an adult in my 20s. And all this shit was going through my mind, like, damn, all this, like, it made me want to cry. I was just so deep in my depression that I stopped taking my medication. I stopped doing all that because it was just like, oh my God, like, I don't know, it was a shock to my system. Because now I'm thinking, like, damn, if I would have took medications, what happened if I could have did better like everybody else? What happened I could have been in the regular classroom? Like, it was so bad for me. Like, that really did hurt my soul. Like, I mean, it hurted me to the core that all this time, you know, I had ADHD. Like, what the hell? Like, I don't know. My brain was really shot. Like, I'm still coping with it today. You know, so I'm still coping with it today. But, so this explains why my son has ADHD and my daughter has ADHD, because it's genetic. My gene probably gave it to them. You know what I mean? So, after that, I see my doctor and I talk to her. She put me on ADHD medicine. It worked for one day, so we still in a work in progress. But my thing is that I wanted to say to everybody is that I've been through some shit, man. I don't know. I just felt some type of way about it. Like, what the hell? Like, why? I don't know. It's just a lot of questions. Like, I can't blame my mom for it. I can't blame nobody for it. And like she told me that a lot of kids like me get not the treatment that we honestly deserve, like our medication and stuff like that. So I was feeling really, I'm telling you, that shit really did hurt my motherfucking soul, like right here. Like, it hurted me. Like, I don't know. But now I'm at the point, like, okay, because I want to do real estate. So I put everything on hold because I'm buying this house. All that shit was stressing me out. And I stopped watching Jasmine and them and stuff because I'm like, they so fucking negative. I have too much other shit in my life to deal with that bullshit what they dealing with, okay? So I just felt some type of way about it. So I put everything on a back burner. I put real estate on the back burner because I'm supposed to be taking my test, and I'm like, and she told me to wait until I get my medicine that I know that's going to work with me and see if I could pass. You know what I mean? So now I'm in the process of trying to try to get reattested and to see where I'm at with my reading and stuff, and see if the medication really does help me improve what I was back then. So that's where I'm at. So with that, so when I did that video, that's where I was at that place in time. that's where I was at. So I was like, maybe I should get on here and talk and tell y'all guys how I really feel. And I did, and I felt a lot better. And I'm like, damn, I really do feel a lot better. I even expressed to my mom, I talked to her before I did the video, like, Mom, you know, I'm just really deep down. She's like, I'm gonna pray for you. You know, I really want you to, you know, don't be so depressed. Don't get so depressed over it. You be all right, you know. So I'm like, yeah, I know, Mom, I know. So now, moving forward, I'm gonna explain to you guys what the things that I want to incorporate with this learning disability, with this ADHD. What can I do to improve my own overall academic level, you know? So be with me on this, you guys. This is a struggle for me, and I know it's a struggle for my baby who already went through it. We went through so much medications for him to get to a medication that he honestly, you know, it agrees with his body. So she even told me, like, I have, since he's on this certain stimulant, then I'm gonna put you on a certain stimulant, because if your kid do good with it, then 9 out of 10 I'm gonna do good with it. But that stimulant that she put me on didn't really, it worked for the first day. I was like, oh, okay, you know, I feel it. But then the next day I was getting agitated. So now I'm just waiting on her to call me and see what else we can do, and I can explain to y'all what the process of being an adult with ADHD, what I'm supposed to do, because it's a question mark on everything. I'm still questioning, like, damn, like, really? But yes, guys, so please hit a like for your wine glass, okay? Hit a like for me, hit a subscribe button for me, so I can come back and tell y'all what's the next steps for this wine glass to have ADHD, okay? So, deuces to the next time, y'all. Deuces.